us today and be with me today. And I would love to know if you're here catching us live, type live in the chat. If you're on the replay, type replay. I love engaging with you when the live stream is over so we can connect. Today's topic is one that can literally shift and be radically transformational for you in your business, depending on what your relationship is with selling and the actions that need to be taken in order to make sales consistently and hit your numbers. So we're talking about sales motivation, how to keep selling without burning out. And look, I know that a lot of you are feeling burned out. Like, we've all been through a pandemic the last 3 years. We have all been dealing with funky economy stuff, people's mindsets, really interesting buyer landscape, personal stuff, family, complexity, health, life, pets, cars, homes. I mean, you name it, like just being human in today's world with the amount of technology that we have can either feel like everything is just coming at you at once and it's super overwhelming, or you can get to a place where you start to find peace and calm and serenity inside of yourself amongst all the chaos. And this is something that I have truly started to master inside of my own life and in my business, and in bringing that into my clients' lives and businesses as well, and really streamlining and simplifying both on the mental level, but also on the physical level with the actions that you're taking and how you're running your business. And so this live stream, this content is really going to speak both to that right brain and to that left brain side of you. And I have that. I was a musician for 25 years. I played the saxophone and I sang. And so I'm super, super creative. And I have this like really creative side, but then I also have this very like structured and detail oriented side. And so they really blend together well to create this great mix of flow and freedom, but also structure and all the stability that's needed to allow that flow to really work. And I like to use my music analogy in that, as a saxophonist and a singer and a composer, I learned how to create structure in space. That was like writing music and taking ideas that were in my head and then putting them onto manuscript paper and jotting them out and notating it and making a song out of it and writing lyrics. And I know that to this day, that gift translate into my business as a sales consultant and as a process and systems development expert. And so I'm excited to bring this topic to you today in a way that you can start thinking about things differently and shifting your perspective so that you can hit your goals. Because look, I know in the last year, 14 million small businesses were started. And there's all the statistics about, oh, businesses fail within the first 5 years and da, 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 da. But I know you that if you're in my community and we're plugged in, you are a go-getter, you're determined, you're a visionary, and you have this strong desire and knowing that your $1 million business or your multi-million dollar business is there for you and will happen. It's just a matter of you really getting clear on how it is that you are to achieve that. And I learned this from life coach Brooke Castillo, that we don't know the how until we start taking the action. And so the purpose of a video like this and content like this is to start to give you ideas of things that you can do and mix in with what you're already doing or shift around what you're already doing so you can start to create different results. So if you're tired, you're burned out, you have too many plates spinning, you have so much going on, maybe you're feeling defeated because you aren't hitting your numbers, and you know that hitting your goals and hitting your numbers would make a massive difference in your life and in your business, and also that hitting those numbers would mean that you are impacting more lives and helping more clients and creating more transformation. And you know that it's possible too. Like, you wouldn't be on this journey if your big vision wasn't something that you truly in your gut and in your bones knew was possible of being achieved in this lifetime. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to shift out of being burned out and dreading sales, or just being even status quo. Like maybe you're not burned out, but it's like, I got to go do my sales. Or maybe you're frustrated because you have all these leads coming in and people are booking a call, but your conversion rate is down and you're getting unqualified leads or bad leads or no shows, all of that. And so that started to kind of kick up from that paid ads. That's like, oh, I'm so frustrated. I don't want to do this anymore. Just give me 100% conversion rate so I can just go crawl in bed and go to sleep. And it's like, sorry, that's never going to happen. And there's a reason you don't want to have 100% conversion rate, but that's not the point. That's more of a spiritual sales topic that maybe we'll jump into another time. But we want to make sales be energizing, fun, joyful, feel like it's effortless, feel like it's natural, just like when your body takes in a breath of air, that's what selling feels like too. So that's how I want you to start to see it. So it feels really natural. And you're maybe like, well, Celia, I can't do this. Like I don't have as much experience as you. I haven't helped, I haven't been on teams or sold, millions and millions of dollars. As of now, it's around 11.4 to 11.5 million that myself and my teams have generated over the last several years in high-end program sales. But I'm going to tell you, I told you earlier, I was a musician. I played saxophone. I enrolled people into low ticket offers into my music studio. I sold low end events, like performances for events. Like I was in a very low ticket model, hustle grind for many, many years in my music business. And that's actually what led me into coaching. And then through a series of events, led me into sales. And so I want you to know, like, you didn't have to like come out of your mother's womb able to sell. And most of us that learned how to sell didn't. And I also want you to know that it's not something that you had to do forever in order, you didn't have to come out of corporate and be in sales to be successful. Okay. But it is a skill, and it is something that requires, the skill set and the ability and the languaging and the conversation, but it also requires the drive and the determination to be successful. So let's get in. I've given you enough of the preface to dive into the juice now. Okay. So make sure you have your notes and your paper and your pen and you're ready to go, or you're typing. If I were listening to this, I'd be on my Notion, like typing things up. So let me know that you're with me and say ready, and we're going to dive into the content. Type ready in the chat. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to find what really motivates you to sell. Okay. You want to find what really, really motivates you to sell. And this is really important because a lot of people think it's money. And yeah, like, of course, like money's great. I love money. Money is my friend. But money itself, if it's just sitting in your bank account and it's accumulating, that's really nice, because then you're like, I have all this money and it's there. And what does that mean? I feel safe. I feel secure. I feel stable, right? That's what for women, especially, having money makes you feel secure, supported, stable. Not having money makes you feel insecure, unsupported, unstable, right? So you start to look at, okay, well, I want what the money can do for me. And then maybe, I want the money to pay for my team, and I want the money to like pay my bills and blah, blah, blah. Again, that is feeling that stability and that support. But then also I want money to be able to like realize some of my material things that I want to create in this life, some of the travel dreams I have, and some of the other types of things I want to have. That's fine, all of that. But again, money is just the vehicle that helps you is the currency that helps you to be able to have that energetic exchange, to have those things. But really look at, is it the money that's driving you? Is it that energetic exchange? Is it those material things? Or is it something else? Because this is really important to really see like that identity that you want to step into as the entrepreneur who is selling and has a really successful business, multi-seven-figure business. And what is it that you're truly wanting to have that's beyond the money and beyond the materialization? Because in that moment, you start to really see that there's different ways that you can look at this, and you want to get fired up about that. So I know that one of my goals is about the personal evolution. Like something that lights me up, and I just wrote a post about this recently that got wonderful engagement, but I was just like, I'm here for all of it. I'm here for the challenges, I'm here for the wins and the successes, but I'm here for all of it. And what that means is that, like, this is about my evolution and this is about my growth and me really becoming the full, thriving Celia and express Celia that I know that I'm here to be while I have my time on this earth. And so that is a big driver for me in doing my business and doing the things that I do every day from a systems and processes perspective to a sales perspective. So I really want you to look at that. Like, what is that big goal and what is that thing that really drives you? And I just gave you a perfect example of it not being even about money at all. But I know that stepping into my greatest potential, into my greatest purpose, and being thriving and fully expressed. And those are just words that I created for myself and my own practices. And I know that in doing that, I'm hitting my goals and I'm reaching this higher level of achievement in my life. So get really clear on what is really motivating you. And if you're not sure, spend some time with it. And this isn't something that you may sit down and do a coaching exercise over an hour period. Like, it may be a couple of weeks or even a couple of months on that journey of you trying things and really reflecting on this and contemplating this until you fully integrate into your conscious mind what it is and who you are becoming and what it is that truly, truly motivates you. But don't wait until that full answer is developed. Just start with that little seed that's inside of you now that you're like, yeah, I get excited about this or I get excited about that. But it's going to be truly unique to you and your personality, because we're all like snowflakes. We're super unique and individual. So find what works for you. So that's the first step. And then the second one is learning to love to sell. Just learning to love it. And so one thing that you can borrow my belief, but one thing that helps me love selling is that I make it about the relationships. I make it about the relationships because my business is very relationship based. I have a boutique consulting business. And so I don't want 1,000 clients. I don't want, 1,000 people buying my $97 a month membership. I want deep, purposeful relationships with visionary entrepreneur CEOs who are running their teams and scaling their businesses. And they're the ones that want to have, 1,000 customers paying, $3,000 a month for their program or whatever it is that they want. Just giving you a big audacious goal example. And I know someone who they have a membership and they have thousands of customers paying $3,000 a year for their membership, and they have a multi eight figure business. Because they've crossed the 10 million mark. So, like, what is it? So giving that example of my business and other businesses. And so I make it about the relationships, but what are you making it about? Like, do you have a boutique business? Is it about the relationships? Is it about something else? And I like to make it about the people. Like, who do I get to meet? Who do I get to connect with? Like, one of my favorite things about being on LinkedIn is how I get to connect every week with these experts, like subject matter experts who have been doing their thing for years and years. Like, that's actually who I really aim to connect with and on my LinkedIn is people that have just been doing it for a long time. It's very natural to them. And so I love getting to connect with these experts who are like really, really brilliant in their subject matter. And they have these places that they want to go in their business. And they have their subject matter expertise and they have their uniqueness that has gotten them to where they are. But they just need someone that has my unique skill set of all of the sales expertise that I have that is represented inside of the MORE method and the systems, processes, structure, like follow through energy as well that I bring. And like, that's just what they need. And so that excites me knowing that I am really seeking to connect with these people who are amazing, who are brilliant, who are bright, and we come together and I help them to achieve their goals. And like, you can just see how excited I am talking about it. So you really want to find what it is that excites you and makes you want to love selling. So, point one was more about that internal motivation and that internal driver. And point two is more about that external, like, what do I want to experience as a result of moving in this direction and creating this? And just being with that emotion and those thoughts and coming into that, like, you're going to start to think differently about selling. You're going to start to look for things differently. You're going to start to approach conversations differently, your routine things that you need to do for sales differently. Like, things will really shift for you as you work with this idea and this concept. And notice right now we're talking about philosophy, okay? Because my content, I talk about philosophy, I talk about strategy, and I talk about tactics. So we're at the philosophical phase right now of this like really bigger picture way of looking at selling. So then the next thing is to decide that you're going to get good at the things that you think you're not good at. Get good and decide that you're going to get good at the things that you're not good at. Like, and what does that mean? Does it mean reading books on it, listening to podcasts? Does it mean bringing in a consultant like myself who can help you get good? The how doesn't matter, but you decide that you're going to get good at the things that you know you need to be good at to achieve the goal. Whether maybe it's hiring a sales team member and you're like, I'm not good at hiring a sales team member. You just decide, I'm going to get good at hiring a sales team member. And then you're going to find all of the pieces and support to help you. But decide you're going to get good at the things that you're not good at. It's like the simplest thing, and it doesn't require any effort from you. It's just a decision. You decide that you're going to get good at the things that you think you're not good at. And then guess what? You make that decision every day. Every day you reaffirm that I'm good at this, I'm good at this, I'm good at this, and things shift. And it's amazing. I've used this in many areas of my life and my business, and always am able to get good at the thing that I didn't think that I was good at. It's just because I'm taking action in that direction. So now let's get into some tactics. It's really important that when you're going into doing your messaging and you're reaching out to people and you're having sales conversation, that your language, it really speaks to your ideal client in a way that they resonate with, right? Because we're creating that relationship, we're inviting them in, and this is whether you're doing the sales calls or a sales rep is doing the calls. And that the language is also in integrity with your brand and your business. So let's say that you have this like really feminine, heart-centered approach, and you're calling in clients who have some level of burnout and some level of stress. Maybe they're dealing with like corporate burnout, and they want to get a big promotion and they want to make more money, but they're like super fearful of all the stuff that's going to come up, and they don't want to work hard, and they're afraid of all the crap that's going to come up in a promotion process. And maybe they have some self-limiting beliefs, self-sabotage. They don't think they're worthy, but deep down, they really want that promotion. Okay. But then let's say that you have this like really masculine script that you got from like a free challenge from some bro dude, or you got it, you got it from a membership you were in or whatever. Maybe you just like made something up from like different YouTube videos that you watched and different podcasts that you listened to. And you just made up this script. And it's like every time you get on a call, it just like there's just something about it that's not in alignment. Whether it's the language, it's the approach, it's just some of the phrases, some of the questions you ask. And every time you get on the call, it's like, oh, like just something's not feeling right. And if I could really dial this in, man, like things would really shift. And I think I could convert more. Okay. That is the power of having sales languaging and sales messaging, both in your sales conversations and your scripts, but also in your outreach and your follow-up, that it's really in alignment both with your brand and with your ideal client. And that is not something that you're going to get from a free PDF or something that you got from a coach's program, a pre-made script or whatever. That comes from customization. If you know how to customize your sales language and your messaging and you haven't done it, well, do it. And maybe you're too busy or you don't know how. That's where you can bring on somebody like myself. That's the first thing that I do with my clients. It's the first step of the MORE method called More Money. And that's when we design your customized script. And I have like at least 3 to 4 different script options that we can create based on who your ideal client is. Like I had a mentor for 2 years where all we did was work on our sales script, like designing our customized sales scripts. And I learned how to do that really masterfully to the point that I started writing sales scripts for teams and writing the scripts and co-creating scripts with team members as well to sell high-end offers. You know, those offers that made millions and millions of dollars. Yeah, like I helped to write all the sales scripts and all the questions and all the messaging around those. And also, I've written them for my clients as well. So, and sold a lot of money. I haven't added up all that in those individual sales, but a lot of money has been sold with those scripts as well. So if you're interested in that, you can book a call with me at moremethod.info and we can have a discussion about your customized sales script and what that looks like and what that could really do for your business, because it's so powerful and businesses will pay $25,000 just for a script. And that is not what I charge. I charge a fraction of that. Okay, so customized sales language and having that is super energizing. One of my clients is DMing me like consistently, like, oh my gosh, Celia, the script that you helped me create has it's cut down my call time. It's so much easier for me to get to the point on the calls. Like the selling is just feeling like so much more natural for her. And the reason is because she has this aligned script that's really aligned with her brand. And we cut out all the stuff that just wasn't a fit from the other script that she had really invested a lot of money to develop with other programs that she was in. So having that is going to be super, super energizing. The other thing that you want to do is make a sales plan and set a schedule for yourself. Again, tactical. If you're not on calls, you want to be taking action to get on calls. So if you have paid traffic, you know, chances are, you know, you've got a pretty good calendar that's being booked, but there's also some confirmations that need to happen that you can, you know, either hire appointment setter to do, or you can automate or have, you know, someone from your team do. But there's still a lot of things that go around the action of selling, following up, prospecting, asking for referrals, that they require action and effort. So you need to have a plan for what you're going to be doing each week or what your team is going to be doing, especially if you're managing your team still on the sales end. You want to take lots of breaks and relax. So this isn't about just go, go, go. This is why I love systems and structures so much, because they're set up, everything's mapped out. All my instructions, like I have SOPs for myself and I have processes and I have checklists, and I just go and I boom, 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 and I do my thing. And I can't tell you how my work time has been just like minimized. I mean, I know for sure that in the last several weeks, I shaved off 3 hours a day off of my daily work schedule. 3 hours a day has been shaved off. I don't even know what I was doing in that extra time, probably spinning. But so that's where the systemization comes in, because it allows you to take more breaks and just give you a little bit more peace. Because sometimes if you're overworking, it's also because you have a lack of structure. And so you just feel like, or also a lack of accountability, and you don't know, you don't have communication systems set up with your team that they're reporting back to you that things are getting done, or you don't have visuals on, you know, dashboards and all of that stuff. That's a whole other thing. But take lots of breaks and relax. Don't just keep spinning and showing up. Remember, the point is to be energized and have fun with this, not to be burned out. And then with your foundational marketing and sales systems in place and a continuous lead flow, you can ultimately hire out and bring on sales support if that's not something that you already have. So we really took it from like this big kind of like philosophical, like this internal motivation, this external motivation, you deciding that you're going to get good at things that you think you're not good at so you can be doing them. You're going to have a plan for taking action and moving forward. You're going to have customized sales language that you can use to really speak to the transformation that your business offers, and also really speak into the emotions and the hearts of your customers. You're going to take breaks and you're going to relax, and you're going to have those foundational sales and marketing pieces in place, because that is a business system. And when you have a business system, you can do so much. Okay. And helping my clients to make more sales with ease by fixing the marketing and sales gaps is the second level of the MORE method. And that is also something that I help my clients with. And we get the right team members in place. We make sure that the copy is doing the right thing, and that everything is just working accordingly. We get the right Facebook ads person. Like, I just help them to really fix a lot of the breakdowns. And when something doesn't work, we sit down and we fix the sales and marketing gaps in the thing that's not working, so we can go try it again and get better results. And so all of the IP and all of the money and everything that you've ever put into your business to get you to where you are now, when you hire me and I come into your company, we don't just go and like, oh, we got to clean the slate and start from scratch. No, we take everything that you have created and that you have done in your business, your IP, and we use that and we make magic with it. We alchemize it, we transform it, and make it into your 7-figure and multi-7-figure business. So again, if you want to have a conversation about how I can come in and help you to transform your sales so that you're not leaving any money on the table, book a call with me at moremethod.info. I would love to know like your top takeaways from this live stream. I have given you so much knowledge and so much wisdom, and I look forward to connecting with you in the chat to hear all of that. Until next time, this is Celia Faye Meisel. Thanks for hanging out with me for 26 minutes. Oh my gosh, it feels like I've been on here for an hour. Okay, until next time, book that call.